Hello everybody, my name is Lilian Momina. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I want us to discuss a very controversial or very sensitive topic: fertility. So, does nutrition affect or influence your fertility status as a person, be it male or female? Yes, it does, very much. So today, let's discuss about how nutrition can influence your fertility positively or negatively, and what you can do about it to improve your fertility status. So if you're here and you're trying to conceive, all the best, and I hope this channel will give you some few tips to improve or to give you a positive outcome. Welcome, and let's start. So first, let's discuss about what is fertility. Fertility is basically the woman's ability to conceive and give birth to a healthy baby, to a live baby. So if the body's ability to conceive, to carry the pregnancy through, and to give birth to a healthy baby, that the woman is considered fertile once she's undergone all these processes. So does fertility affect both sexes? Yes, it does, and infertility can affect both too. So both men and women are affected by the environment, by the nutrition status, by stressors, by maybe genetics. All those factors play. They can make you infertile. And also so what are some of the things that you should worry about, you should start considering when you starting your fertility journey? One of them is in relation to nutrition. One of them is weight. You want to make sure that you maintain a healthy weight, a healthy BMI of between not underweight and not too high. So have a BMI of between 20 to 25 is okay. So and then you want to also to make sure that your body composition is in order. You don't want to have so little fat or so little fat composition in your body. You know, fats are important in your body because apart from the cushioning that they do on your organs and all that, fats are also responsible for the production of the sex hormones, the estrogen and the testosterone. So you want to make sure that you have a healthy fat mass. And a healthy fat mass for a woman is anything between 15 or below. So anything between 18 and 20, or in 18 and 25 will be ideal for a woman, and for a man, let it not go below 15. So, and let it not go above 30 for a woman, and also for a man, let it not go above 30. So have a healthy fat mass, and you also want to make sure that your fat to lean body mass ratio, that is the fat mass, is healthy. And you also want to make sure that you do your body water is right, your nutrition composition is okay when you're trying to start to conceive. And then one thing you're supposed to consider or factor in is the fact that as a woman, we are affected more because unfortunately for us, we are not producing more eggs. So the longer you wait to start the journey, the harder it is going to become, because as you age, also does your eggs or your ovums. As you age, they also age. So one thing you want to make sure that you're doing a diet that does not make you age faster. A diet can make you age faster. A diet that is very rich in processed carbohydrates, that is a diet very rich in high saturated fats, that is very rich, a diet that is not balanced, I will do a topic on aging and nutrition. So a diet that is not balanced will make you age faster as a woman, and this will also affect your fertility status negatively. So as a man, men are lucky because they are able they produce sperms every 90 days, new sperms every 90 days. So maybe age does not affect their sperm production, but it might affect their quality, and it might affect motility on how they are moving, their speed. Also it might affect their sperm count. Again, the other factors that, apart from nutrition and age, the other factors such as environment, your work environment, your stressors, the daily stressors that influence fertility either positively or negatively. So when you're trying to conceive, you want to make sure that your hormones are at a balance, and if you can get psychological care or psychiatric care, please do, so that you also make sure that your mental health is at peace, that you don't have other factors that will affect you negatively. So how does nutrition affect or influence fertility? So first things first, being overweight or being underweight affects fertility negatively. So when you're trying to conceive, you want to make sure that you have a healthy BMI. A healthy BMI, as I've talked about in so many on the other videos, is a BMI that is between 18.5 to around 24.9. So when you're trying to conceive, just make sure that if you're overweight, just give yourself time. Start working on losing or reducing the body, the extra fats that you might be having, the extra weight that you might be having, because in most cases you'll get that a person who's overweight, they have the extra fat. The body fat is the one which is in excess, and the one way that you can do this is you can create a calorie deficit. Again, when you're trying to conceive, you want to make sure that you work with a nutrition or a diet plan that will give you will not only give you weight loss, or will not only help you achieve a healthy BMI, but it will also help you balance your hormones. So when you're working with a dietitian, you need to talk to them about your needs for why you want such a diet for weight loss. If you're looking for fertility, talk to them, address to them, let them give you a diet that is very high in antioxidants, a diet that is not, let them not restrict foods. It has to be balanced in all the meals, especially when you're trying to conceive. You cannot do away with carbohydrates. Someone will tell you, I want you to lose weight, so you're not doing carbohydrates. You can do a keto diet, but with moderate carbohydrate until you lose weight, then you start going slow. Keto diet is healthy because apart from it, the energy and the weight loss, it will also help you with production of sex hormones. A healthy liver is a healthy you, because the liver is one of the main organs that is tasked with biochemical processes in the body. And this if you work towards with a diet that wants to improve your liver, to improve its health status, and regeneration of the liver cells, supporting the liver, you will be working towards a healthier and a more fertile you. Another factor that you want to consider to factor in when you're doing how nutrition affects fertility is the hormone leptin. So this has been studied for a while, since maybe the early 90s, all through mid 90s there. So leptin was discovered then, and then that is when there was a direct link. People used to presume that nutrition affected fertility, but then after the discovery of leptin, this is a hormone that most people will call it the satiety hormone. That is, this is a hormone that this hormone, apart from satiety, it affects fertility because it triggers puberty. It affects menstruation in females, and it also influences pregnancy and conception. So you want to make sure that your leptin level, if you're leptin resistant, someone will be leptin resistant if you're always hungry. That is one sign that you're leptin resistant, because the way your body is, the normal system, the way God created us, you're supposed to be able to not eat at a certain period of time when you're resting or when it's dark. In short, most people, the way God created us, we are not wired scientifically. We're not wired to be eating at night. So at night, you get that your leptin levels are a bit high, and then they go low during the day or in the morning, so that they allow for you to take up some foods or for energy to carry you through the day. So you want to make sure, if you're leptin resistant, you want to make sure that you're working with a diet that will do this. One of the things that you're supposed to understand is there are several factors that affect your nutrition status, and they also affect leptin sensitivity and production. Some of these factors are fasting. When you're fasting, your leptin levels go high. So, but long fasts again are not so good. So you're supposed to, if you're trying to conceive, make sure you can do intermittent fasting. You can do short fast like 16, 18, 18, 6 or 24. You can do such so that you trigger the production. You reduce the resistance. And again, if you're insulin resistant, you're probably going to be leptin resistant. So you also need to control your insulin. If you're diabetic, you can control your sugars. And again, you can also, when you're diabetic, or let's say someone who's dependent on insulin, you cannot stay without eating. So maybe fast will not work for you, and maybe a diet like keto can work for you, but again, make sure it is something that is you plan with your nutritionist and your diabetologist, because you don't want to do something so drastic, because to go into ketosis or to get into ketoacidosis, that will be a very very bad state, and we don't want to get there. We only want to get the good things. So we've talked about fasting and also exercise. Moderate exercise, not like the vigorous, the athlete type, or the like 2 hours physical exercising every single day. That is too much, because you'll see your fat to lean body mass ratio will be extremely low, and this will affect your fertility negatively, because it affects the leptin productions will be extremely like you can become resistant, and they'll be not well regulated. So make sure you don't overindulge in exercise. Do moderate workout. I am a champion of that. Work out moderately for like 15 to 30 minutes a day. If you can do it 4 to 5 times a week, why not? You can walk, you can run, you can jump, you can do some cardio, you can do some weights, but don't be too vigorous. We say it in Kiswahili, usikauke mwili. Make sure that you have some fat in you, some kidogo, like just a small bit of fat is healthy. And then apart from that, you will look younger with some fat in your body. You don't want to be so dry that things are going, the extra when you don't have the enough fats in your system, in your body composition, again you will age faster. So make sure that you control your exercise. You do some intermittent fasting. You can do whole grain carbohydrates. They are great for energy, and they are great for leptin, and they're also great for maintaining insulin. So you want to make sure that your meals are composed of the ndumas, the ngwashes, the whole grain, the unga ya kusiaga. If you can get brown rice, if you can avoid the processed breads, you can avoid the mandazis, you can avoid the crepes, or you can avoid the fried chips. But the chips are very bad for your aging. So is bread. You will age faster if you over-consume these foods. We are trying to maintain fertility and maintain our youth, because also when you age, unfortunately, your eggs as a woman age. So some of the factors that we can do is to maintain that, to make sure that we are doing a healthier diet is a whole grain carbohydrate. Then you do your not your cabbages, your vegetables. Make sure you do your green leafy vegetables, your carrots, your cabbage, your cauliflower, your skuma, your spinach, your terere, your managu. Love your vegetables, the green, the fruits, the yellow fruits, the vitamin C rich fruits. And then if you're trying to conceive, you can start on a prenatal supplement as soon as now, maybe or 6 months from the time that you want to start conceiving, that you make sure that you nourish your system, you load it up with the good vitamins, the good minerals, that so that the body can be able and can be, if you had deficiency, they can correct before you carry a pregnancy, so that you don't. You see, we used to call it the vicious cycle of malnutrition, or the vicious cycle of malnutrition, whereby you get pregnant when you're malnourished, you carry the pregnancy with malnutrition, you give birth to a baby who's maybe deficient or with birth defects or malnourished or underweight, and then you see that baby will have maybe slow developmental stages. They will grow up, the milestones will be affected, and then you see again that, let's say it's a girl or it's a boy, and then then the same cycle continues. So you want to break this cycle. So make sure that at least you can see a dietitian 6 months prior to the time that you want to start conceiving, or you want to start trying for conception. So work with that dietitian, take the prenatals, let them tailor a meal plan for you, or a diet plan for you, so that it will improve your nutrition and fertility status at large, so that if you're undernourished, make sure that at least you become well nourished and you become of a healthy weight. If you are overweight, please work towards reducing your weight. You don't want to carry a baby when you're overweight, because you see, the key, yes, you will get pregnant. You will get pregnant if your hormones are balanced and your fat mass is okay, and you're okay. You'll still be able to get pregnant. But again, you see, the other things that being overweight or obese, they affect negatively when you're pregnant, also when you're giving birth, also they affect recovery. And you see, we're in the 21st century where most people want to lose weight, unfortunately. So it will become harder for you to lose the weight if you got pregnant when you're overweight, you see. So you would want to maintain a healthy, you don't need to be skinny. Skinny is not always healthy, but you need to have a healthy BMI. If not a healthy BMI, be at a healthy state. Be mentally, be doing a healthy meal, and make sure that, yeah, you're okay. So another thing that you also want to consider is, yeah, we've talked about multivitamin, we've talked about the multivitamin and the prenatals, we've talked about weight management, we've talked about stress and sleep. So make sure that you're sleeping well. Sleep well. Do at least 7 to 8 hours a night. So make sure that you're well rested. If you can avoid night shifts, please do, because you see, we talked about the hormone, the leptin, and this leptin hormone is usually tasked, or it affects fertility in women generally. So you want to control this leptin, and you want it to be at its the healthiest or the most standard rates of production. So it again, it is low at night, so make sure that you're resting, because you see, when you eat when you're not supposed to be eating, what will happen to you at some point, you will create resistance with your leptin. You'll be leptin resistant. And you see, they see most people who eat at night, they tend to be overweight. So you don't want to do this. And then most obese people tend to be leptin resistant, same to insulin problems. So you want to control the small problems. So make sure that you're at least sleeping when you're supposed to be sleeping. Wake up, be active, don't be dormant, and then enjoy your partner. Enjoy your partner. Don't overthink again. Don't get to that point whereby it's I know to most it's an emergency, because maybe you've already gotten there, but if you can, just let your body enjoy this. So enjoy the process and avoid stress as much as you can. Don't conform to societal pressures. There are so many ways. Even if, let's say, you're labeled infertile, there are so many ways to conceive a baby. You can adopt, you can do IVF if you can afford it, you can also do surrogacy if you can afford it. Yeah, there are so many ways of becoming a parent. Don't be so stressed. Unfortunately for Africans, to many it's a problem, but one day we'll get there. Without said, that's it for today. Goodbye. Cheers.